Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and as of right now I'm at 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if it will go up, I don't know if it will go down, but as of Sunday, February 12th, I hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much. I literally don't even know what to say because I never thought I'd make it this far, which is incredible. I have so many videos and vlogs and shorts and animals that are going to be full of this channel. So thank you so much for subscribing and joining this family of animals. It really means a lot to me because I never thought I'd get this far. So thank you to each and every one of you. But this video is going to be a hamster video because I've not made one in a little bit. I don't remember what my last one was, but it was quite a while ago, and this channel kind of started with hamsters, so I'm going to try to keep up the hamster videos, but I have made so many of them, I feel like a broken record, repeating the same care over and over and over again. So this is probably the third or fourth time I'm making this video, just with a different title, but I hope you guys enjoy, I hope this helps, and I hope my care can help people change their care, upgrade their care, or maybe get a pet and take really good care of it. But let's get started to the hamster videos. So this hamster video is going to be necessities you need in your hamster cage. Now, disclaimer, your hamster's cage has to be over 450 square inches. So if it's a gallon tank, it has to be 40 to 50, which I still feel that 40 is too small for a hamster. Bruno is in a 40-gallon tank because I physically cannot fit a bigger tank in my room. But if you fill a 40-gallon tank enough with different things and you let them have time out of their cage, a 40-gallon tank is suitable. If you have room for a bigger cage, bigger is better. An IKEA Detolf is an amazing thing. The biggest Night Angel cage works perfectly fine. A 50-gallon tank or bigger is also fine. Bin cages are very cheap and you can make them super easily. But make sure that whatever you're filling your hamster's enclosure with has to be safe for them also. So it can be wood, it can be cork, anything that they're able to eat, and not the hides that are like syrup and shavings or whatever they make out of that stuff, because it's not safe. Now that we have that cleared, let's get fully on to the video. So after you have your big enough enclosure, you're going to need a wheel. A wheel is a most important part for in a hamster's cage because hamsters run really long time at night and they can't do that when they're in your bedroom. So a wheel basically does the same thing as them running miles at night, but they can do it in their enclosure. So for a smaller hamster like a dwarf or robo, they can have a 10 to 11 inch wheel. I really wouldn't go any smaller than a 10 inch wheel. I feel that 6 is way too small for any hamster. So you can go really from 10 to 12 inches for them. Bigger wheels are always better. As long as they can push it, there's really not a wheel that is too big for a hamster. For Syrian hamsters and Chinese hamsters, I recommend 11 to 12 inches. 12 inches is really the biggest wheel they make for hamsters, but if you have a huge hamster, you can get a chinchilla wheel or a porcupine or a hedgehog wheel or anything like that, but a 12-inch wheel for Syrians should be okay. For Bear, I think he has an 11-inch wheel. It is a Night Angel one, and for Bruno, he has a 12-inch wheel because Bruno's really big, and Bear is a little bit smaller, so as I would like to upgrade Bear's wheel, it is okay for him because his back does not curve or anything like that. For wheels, I'm not going to go really deep because this video is going to get really long, but no wire, no mesh, no barred, nothing like that. It needs to be clear plastic or whatever material all the way around, and if you want more in depth for wheels, check out some of my other videos. The next thing is bridges and just things for them to kind of play on. So it can be bridges, it can be cork, it can be driftwood, it can be rocks, anything like that that can give them something to play with is great. I recommend wood over plastic anytime, and I recommend more of a natural feel. If you don't want a natural one, it's okay. They really don't care. They're like colorblind. They can barely see anyway, so it's not up to them, it's more up to you. But I think a more natural feel is better for them. Bear has a very natural cage, while Bruno, it's kind of half and half because I didn't know I was going to get him, so he's kind of using all of my extra toys, which is still fine. They're just not as natural as Bear's. But anything like cork logs or bendable bridges or rocks are great for them. The next thing is substrate. So substrate can consist of sand, coconut soil, cork like bits, wood chips, anything really that they're able to dig in, roll in, get clean in, anything like that. I do recommend sand for all hamsters, especially robos, because they come from a very sandy place. So if you have a robo hamster, I'd give them a very big sand bath because they originated from somewhere or from a very sandy place. You can have sand and another substrate. For Bear, he has sand and coconut soil. For Bruno, he has sand, coconut soil, and then these kind of like beads, which they're not really beads, they're like kind of litter. He really likes them, but I do recommend having sand of all of them. Sand first, and then if you want another substrate, that is totally fine. The next thing I really recommend is having a, what are they called? Chamber hideouts. I recommend those. You can get a 3-room chamber hideout. You can get a 6-room. They make ones for dwarf. They make ones for Syrian. I really recommend them because it basically kind of makes the same layout as they would in nature, because in nature they will dig straight down and they make all these different chambers for sleeping, using the bathroom, their food, everything like that, and that basically creates the same thing inside of a box. So it basically has a lid. I'll pop a picture on the screen. And it has all different chambers for them to do the same thing as they would in nature. So you place it in their cage, you can fill it with shavings, and then you can put things on top of it, and it's a really good thing to recreate. The next thing is food and water dishes. So I don't use a food dish. I scatter feed, which is basically taking their food and sprinkling it around the cage, and it gives them something to do, and it's basically the same thing they would do in nature. They don't have food bowls in nature, so they can't go up to some place and order their food. They have to go around and find it, so it's basically the same thing I recreate in his enclosure. There is water bowls and water dishes, or same thing, water bowls and water bottles. Water bottles I don't like that much just because they have to work so hard for their water, while water dishes, it's much easier to get the water out of. When I travel or go away for a couple days, I do put both in case they spill the water or it evaporates or they drink it really fast. At least they have a water bottle that will stay full longer and they can't really knock it off. I really recommend a bowl over a water bottle, but it's up to you guys. The next thing is bedding. They need 6 to 10 inches of bedding. However tall your enclosure is, just try to fill it up as much as you can. For the IKEA Detox, it's really hard to fit 10 inches of bedding because I don't think they could even run with 10 inches of bedding. So I think I have 7 to 8, and in his chamber hideout, I have it filled all the way up to the top. Just try to make do with what you have. Obviously, bins are going to be a little bit harder if you have a shorter bin, but if you get a really tall bin, it can be very easy. I don't think I'm leaving anything out. I'm looking at Bear's enclosure, but I really don't think I'm leaving anything out. If you have wooden things for them to play on, you can add chew toys, like different sticks. I have these kind of hay things. They make sticks, all sorts of toys for them to chew because their teeth do not stop growing. So I would add different kinds of textures or cardboard or wood or hay or whatever in their enclosure so they can nibble it. I hope this helped anybody who wanted to make a new enclosure or anything like that. I do recommend switching up the enclosure every once in a while. You can use the same toys, but maybe switch out the layout, things like that. I hope this helped, and I will see you guys in another video. Once again, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. It means so much to me. Bye!